Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for staying on for my presentation. I'm Jessica Harvey, CEO of the Guy Harvey Foundation, and I'm here to talk about the art of conservation, how one man's artistic talent helped bring the underwater realm to you all, and so that we could see it for its beauty and value. So a little bit about me. I have spent a lot of time out in the outdoors, and this is probably the place that we have spent the most because my father truly enjoys fishing. It is his meditation and a place of discovery. And for me, it was as a child as well, but it also taught me patience. It taught me challenges. It taught me to work as a team. It taught me the importance of sustainable practices and how so many other people depend on a healthy resource. And I use these lessons every day in my career to help support a healthy ecosystem, just like we all do today. In my spare time, I play underwater hockey. For those of you who are not familiar, this is what it looks like. It is a wonderful sport. And it's amazing because you push a puck on the bottom of a pool and you have to use breath hold. You have to work as a team to be able to reach your goal. And it prepares me for this kind of activity, which is documenting these incredibly fast hydrodynamic creatures, just like my father did and continues to do today. He is 70 years old, and he's still at it. We have had an amazing documentary that features his life, and I'll be showing that in a minute because I think it captures a lot of who we are and what we stand for. But the premise of my main talk today for you all is that 6 things need to happen and be consistent and meaningful in order for effective conservation to take place. So that is scientific research, education, enforcement, legislation, stakeholder buy-in, and investment. And they all have to be solid on their own and all work together for effective conservation to take place. It cannot work without these things in tandem. So I'm going to show this trailer. It's a very short trailer. We are very visual people because we bring art into everything. And I'm so excited to be able to share this with you today. So enjoy.
Let me tell you, I see it all. Our industry, the fishing industry, doesn't have very many superheroes. And he's him.
Guy Harvey.
Guy Harvey, marine artist Guy Harvey.
Guy Harvey is known for his works of art on marine life.
What he catches more so than any other pelagic fish artist is the action and the moment of that action.
The incredible anatomical detail is what jumps out at you right away.
I think he really is the most influential marine artist in the world.
The impact of Guy Harvey's art, from my perspective, is something much, much, much bigger than just art. In fact, its impact is insurmountable.
His work is in airports, it's on cruise ships, it's everywhere. His t-shirts are all over the place. You can't go anywhere in Florida without seeing them.
He pioneered this idea of bringing these fish into everyone's homes.
The Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation has... A lot of people don't know, it's Dr. Guy Harvey. He's got his PhD, and he knows more about fish than most people on the planet.
I grew up in very remote rural Jamaica. My dad loved fishing, and I spent all my time in the water. The blue marlin, it was then and still is to me the most fascinating of all marine creatures because it is a top ocean predator. There's nothing like the adrenaline rush you get from seeing a blue marlin. I was 8 when my parents sent me to boarding school in England, and my mom sent me a copy of The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I was like, wow, how can this man write so eloquently about a fish that I really love? got to university, I was thinking, I can do this. I can take on the project of illustrating the book. And I did a series of 44 pictures in the end, all pen and ink.
When I saw that, I was like, how old are you when you do this, guy?
He's impressive, let me tell you. At first, I saw his stuff, I went, I may have some competition here.
He celebrates nature with his work. He's trying to show people how beautiful it is and how important it is to preserve it.
He took his passion for marine biology. When he became successful, he put his money back into conservation.
You realize that time is running out. We talk about climate change, rising water levels. We can be without fish in another 30 years if the current rate of degradation and overfishing continues.
This planet ought to be called Planet Ocean. We're 75% oceans. The future of this globe depends on the ocean.
Science, art, and conservation, they all work together.
We formed the Guy Harvey Research Institute to generate the data that is needed for implementing really good conservation measures.
What Guy's achieving with that foundation is attacking the real solution. It's hard to change a generation that's the same as you. You can change the generation that you're starting.
It's a huge piece to, while kids, parents, and grandparents all in the same family, all wearing Guy Harveys because of the love of the ocean.
I want to strengthen Dad's legacy. It's been an incredible journey. He's fearless.
Thank you. There is not a time where I can play the trailer and not cry. So I apologize. But there has been so much work and so much support to get us to where we are today and to be able to have it so beautifully outlined in that. I appreciate you having the time to watch it. So continuing on, he has made art and the ocean accessible to everybody through different mediums, whether it's through the art itself, through t-shirts, through apparel, through on ships, etc. And he continues for it to be the vision that we all strive towards in terms of a healthy ocean. And can you imagine the classroom that we got as kids when he would come back from an expedition and bring it all to life in art? We were there. It was before computers. It was before all those kinds of distractions. And we were able to have conversations about predator-prey interactions, geography, the management. And sometimes we had to correct him a little bit if we saw something that was off. But it is still very much an incredible classroom that we were very privileged to have had. So as a foundation, the Guy Harvey Foundation started later after the Guy Harvey Research Institute was established because we recognized that research needed more. And so the mission of the foundation is that it collaborates with local and international organizations to conduct scientific research and host educational programs aimed at better understanding and conserving the marine environment. We are established 501c3 in Florida, but we're from the Caribbean as well. And so my goal over the next 10 years is to support not only North America, but Central America, the Caribbean, and Eastern Tropical Pacific. So coming back, I'm going to showcase how we as a foundation have invested in these things and what opportunities there are for you to get involved too. We live by this mantra. It is our collective responsibility to conserve the marine environment and maintain the biodiversity of this planet. And that is what powers us every day. Recreational and commercial fishing are just two parts of the importance of ocean economy. We work predominantly in this realm, and you saw some of it in the documentary trailer, but this requires stakeholder buy-in, this requires proper management so that we can all benefit from these activities. So how have we invested in scientific research? As mentioned, we have this long-standing partnership with Nova Southeastern University, and we are incredibly proud of the leadership by Dr. Mahmood Shivji and his team to have produced over 180 scientific peer-reviewed publications. That's really, really important because that is what managers use to help inform them in terms of species management. We have tagged several hundred billfish and sharks over the years. We have supported scholarships, and we work with the Dolphin Fish Research Program, amongst many other programs, to support dolphin fish research with the Beyond Our Shores Foundation. This leadership grows, and this is part of the reason that I love coming to EarthX, because it is a place where like-minded individuals come together and where we want to learn what other people are doing, they can learn what we're doing, and we can collaborate and elevate what is happening rather than trying to do things in silos. That is the best form of productivity. And so these are some of the members. Locally, we are working with Hart Research Institute based at Texas A&M, which we're super excited about, as well as Stanford, University of Rhode Island, IGFA, and several others as well. So our programs, our research programs, focus largely on understanding where these animals migrate. Billfish and sharks are highly migratory species, as many of you may know, and we rely on things like satellite tagging and conventional tagging to be able to understand this range. And so technology is improving dramatically, which is wonderful, and it means that we can more accurately understand where these animals are going, especially with changing climate. But the biggest threats these animals face is overfishing. And so we are able to gather this information and share it and overlay it with fishing activity, which is really helpful for management and enforcement. Also, the socioeconomic value of a billfish is extremely outdated. And so that's one of the things that we are looking to work with partners on. And we are invested over multiple years because these animals are long-lived, slow-growing, and if you want to really understand what the trends are for even a single lifetime, you have to invest for multiple years. So I feel like science is the tool, but education is the voice. And that's really key in order if we're to be able to get people invested in their own resource. So what have we done? We have worked with communities predominantly in Florida, but also in parts of Central America and the Caribbean to establish educational programs that they can participate in for free, thanks to the sponsorships of many amazing partners. So there is online education that is available for free through K through 12, as well as for marine enthusiasts. I implore you to all check it out. We also help support educators, both informal and formal, because they are people who are inspiring that next generation, and they unfortunately have not had a lot of support in the marine science realm, especially when COVID came along. There was a lot of need for virtual education and virtual support, and that is what we're investing in. And I'm so proud of what our team has managed to pull together and what will continue to grow today. The bottom right-hand corner is one of my favorite success stories. This is a school of Anna Maria Elementary School where they took some of our virtual education on mangroves, did an art exhibit in their school, and showcased the importance of the nursery. And that's them, actually, the students explaining this to Dad proudly. Several weeks later, there was a call where there was development in their area that were planning to remove a lot of the mangroves, and they actually went down and protested because they had learned the value of mangroves in their classroom. So, and there's so many more that we can reach across the amazing technology platforms that we have today. And this is about engagement. This is about bringing people who are fearful of the ocean, who are don't have the support to actually go and explore it. And this is really key. And so we try to provide this with teacher education trainings and experiences so that they can get involved and be more confident going out in the outdoors. So some of the highlights we have, and we're going to be expanding, as I mentioned, we started in Florida, but we're going to be expanding across the states. So there are over 100 conservation schools, which is a part of a program that, unfortunately, I won't have time to delve in today, but it is the empowerment program that helps support the educational initiatives we have. We have over 1,000 educators trained under this program, and many other field trip grants and professional development grants supporting this. And so we're excited with the recent collaboration with Heart Research Institute. We're hoping to expand that into Texas and beyond, but it is a wonderful program. As far as the brand goes, the Guy Harvey brand has a for-profit side, as I mentioned before, but we really take ourselves seriously in trying to model and practice what we preach. So we work with incredible partners who are able to source material responsibly, who are able to use renewable energy as part of their factories. This is one of them in El Salvador. And the picture that I'm holding in the bottom is actually a picture of the water that they recycle in the dyeing process so that they're not using natural resources for creating shirts. And you can actually drink that water once it's been recycled. Legislation is a core part of effective conservation, and so we have worked with many folks to be able to support legislative management. We have, with the Guy Harvey Research Institute has pioneered a lot of DNA and forensic analysis for fish fraud. We have discovered some new species. We have one of their largest accomplishments was infiltrating the Hong Kong shark trade and getting the first analysis of how many sharks are being killed a year for the shark fin trade, which was 73 million sharks a year, unsustainable. And so now with that awareness, that has sparked a lot of conversation around how can we improve this. So where will we go next? This is just an example, but you all know, I mean, this is why we're here, that the ocean economy now has the best chance of getting the investment and the spotlight it needs because it is our true investment into our future. And we know that there's going to be a lot of amazing opportunities for people to have careers in this field, to be able to support this field on all aspects. And we as a foundation want to bring light of those opportunities to the public so that they know this. Because it's amazing how many people don't know that there is an opportunity to be involved in the ocean, but not necessarily always be a research scientist. There's all sorts of opportunities that can lead to positive change. And so if there was ever a time to be alive, as scary as it sometimes feels, it's actually now. So to me, and I think I've had quite a few conversations, and the keynotes that have been at EarthX have been phenomenal. But this is the fundamental question that we need to ask ourselves. How are we going to define success? Because it used to be short-term gains. And now we are really looking into long-term gains. And as I mentioned, my dad is 70 years old. He's lived an incredible life. And he asks himself, what can I do more to be able to make a difference, make an impact? And he's instilled in us to be challenging us to do the same and for our team to do the same. So we will continue. We have a lot of amazing programs and a lot of research efforts that are coming into play, and that's why we're here. And he will continue to be that ambassador. It's amazing to see a 6-year-old, a teenager, and a grandfather who all don't mind wearing a Guy Harvey shirt. because of the type of person that he is. And when you talk about fashion, and anyone who has kids knows that's a tough thing to do. But he is really excited and proud to be with people. And we hope that you will join us in our efforts to expand our programs, to expand our research capabilities, work with our partners to make positive change. And so here are a few things that you can do to be a part of that. So one is explore our educational resources. They are freely available and they are a lot of fun. Some of it are teacher-led and some of it is self-paced. Follow us. We have some incredible programs that are happening. So if you want to keep in the know, follow us on all our channels and give a gift that gives back. So whether it's, for Florida, there's all sorts of things in license plates. We'll be expanding that program into other states. You can support us by buying anything that's Guy Harvey as a part of the proceeds benefits the Guy Harvey Foundation and the work, or you can give to our research directly. And we are really, or education or the foundation directly. So I really and truly appreciate the opportunity for being here. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions or ask any kind of crazy stories that we may have, because there are a lot of them, I look forward to hearing from you soon.